Are you pretty girl? Hiya. Oh, gonna squeeze her. You going? You staying? You going? You staying? We've got hairs on my little flower, on my sunflower. So we are here to read a story, as usual. This story, I don't know if you can see isn't actually finished. This is the first draft. No. It's called The Silver Dragon of Sleep and Slumber, a journey into inner wonderland. The day had been long. Not the kind of long that could be measured by clocks, but the kind that lives in the body. A day of holding, of listening, of feeling. A day of releasing, processing, reorganising, of tending to small hands and growing hearts, of being both the anchor and the ocean. Tree, the pixie, felt it all. In her shoulders, in her breath, in the quiet spaces behind her eyes. And so, as twilight began to soften the edges of the world, she stepped gently into her own inner wonderland. The air here was different. It was warmer and slower, wrapped in a hush that seemed to whisper. Let me just take this off a minute. You can rest now. The ground beneath her beneath her feet felt like moss and memory, soft and knowing. Above her, the sky stretched wide and velvet deep, stitched with silver stars that shimmered as though they were watching, waiting, and then tap. This is more of a tink, but tap, hum, breath. Something stirred. At first, it was small, a soft glimmer near her feet, like a curl of moonlight gathering itself into form. Tree paused. The glimmer moved. A gentle shifting, a slow coiling presence. And then she saw him. A dragon, not fierce, not loud, but ancient and soft. Silver and shimmering, and deeply, deeply calm. His body shimmered in shades of silver and grey, like castle stone kissed by starlight, like clouds just before sleep takes the sky. He began as something small, resting quietly at her feet, his breath a low, steady hum. Tree didn't step back, because she knew she didn't need to. He was here for her. Slowly and gently the dragon began to move, curling and unwinding, stretching longer, wider and warmer. He travelled upward, coiling softly around her legs, her hips, her back. Wasn't holding, he wasn't constricting, he was supporting, as though he knew exactly where she had carried too much. The scent reached her next, lavender, chamomile, drifting from his scales like a quiet evening breeze. Tree exhaled, a deeper breath than she had taken all day. The dragon's hum grew softer, slower, a lullaby rumble that seemed to echo through her muscles, inviting them one by one to let go. Feet soften, legs release, belly unwinds, shoulders melt, jaw loosens, and eyes grow heavy. Around her the world responded. A river appeared somewhere in the distance, its waters rippling and bubbling gently, the sound of rest itself. An owl passed through the twilight air, silent wings carrying something unseen, but something felt. And then, from the sky above, threads began to fall, soft as breath, light as dreams. A blanket began to form, woven from mycelium threads of the earth, moon moss glowing faintly silver, cloud fluff gathered from the highest skies and spun through the finest spider silk. It smelled like rain and earth, like coming home. The blanket settled over her, tucking itself around her shoulders, her arms, her whole being, snug, safe, and held. The dragon shifted once more, curling fully around her now, a living, breathing cocoon of calm. His silver scales shimmered faintly, as though the stars themselves had gifted him the light to carry. His breath, in and out, in and out, became her breath, and just as sleep began to gently take her, he whispered, soft as a shooting star across the night sky, "You have done enough. You are allowed to rest. I will hold the watch now." Shh. Blossom. Shh. Tree felt it, not just in her mind, but in her body. The letting go, the surrender, the deep, quiet permission to sleep. And as she drifted, the silver dragon of sleep and slumber curled a little closer, keeping her safe in the hush between worlds. And then it moves into the meditation, as always. But this came to me. I've got it written down on like lots of little square pieces of paper. I was just sat on the edge of my bed and I was just so tired. I was just like, there's just always something, and I was feeling pretty exhausted. And I was looking at the wall, and on my wall I have some pictures of dragons, and I just imagined like this silver dragon, this special silver dragon, coming to help me to be able to relax, to be able to rest, and to be able to sleep. And I was like, it's not just sleep, and I was just trying to think of the word, and I was like, it's slumber. So, Blossom, hey, don't need to bark, darling, do we? We don't need to do barking. No. And so, yeah, so that's how this story was born. But yeah, I wrote this a couple of months ago. And then I started on this one, which is The School of Koi, but I'm really not sure about this one. So this is unfinished. The kids like it, but I'm not fully sold on it. I feel like I need to change. Yeah, it's like I say, it's just sort of like some ideas thrown together. It's a draft and I've not finished it. And then I've got the remembered pages that I've been working on for like over a year. And the Hatter's Journal. So there's lots of stories in the making, but I just thought I'd share that one with you. Bye.